The DRG is a family-owned independent restaurant group with over 20 restaurants in Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen and Newcastle. The company was founded in 1985 with Glasgow institution DiMaggio's, and their city centre tapas bar, Cafe Andaluz, was the first venue to use ResDiary 15 years ago. We caught up with Kathryn Knox to learn how they use ResDiary to maximise their bookings and expand their business.
So I started as a part-time waitress in a little restaurant called Sally Pepe in the West End, but soon moved across to Cafe Andaluz West End. We had 7 DiMaggios in the city, plus a couple of food court units. They came across a really good venue in the West End, but they already had a DiMaggio's there, so it made sense to diversify and open a different brand. We were still on big A4 diaries with lots of scribbles. It was very difficult to kind of keep track of the bookings and gather any information about them. You're in the middle of a busy service and the phone's ringing, you're having to take all your bookings manually over the phone. So it was really challenging, and you tended to have at least 2 or 3 tables every night turning up and you had no idea that they were coming. We're in our 20th year now, and it has now grown. We have 6 Cafe Andaluz restaurants, so 2 in Glasgow, 2 in Edinburgh, 1 in Aberdeen, and a couple of years ago we opened our first restaurant south of the border in Newcastle upon Tyne. When ResDiary came in, that would have been 2007 when they first came in, and it was first into this restaurant, which is a Cafe Andaluz in the city centre, and then West End, and then it would have gone out to the other city centre restaurants first. It was immediately obvious how much better it was, how much more streamlined, how much easier to use at the door. You know, you've got everything in front of you, one click, and you see all the details about a booking. And I used to actually love playing the Tetris game with bookings and being like, okay, those 2 are 2, you're never going to get that out, so you need to extend that one a little bit and move this one. There's now features in the diary where it'll automatically do that maximising. You can now unallocate and ask the diary just to allocate and maximise your revenue, and it'll do it for you, which is absolutely amazing. It allowed us to cross-sell between restaurants, which was it was a game changer for us actually. So the Cafe Andaluz in the city centre will be booked up 3 or 4 days in advance. For the weekend it'll be full, but people then phoning or trying to book online would then be diverted to and offered the West End or offered one of our other brands, DiMaggio's or Amarone. The automated deposit feature on ResDiary, we used to have 2 or 3 people spending a day every week phoning up large bookings, trying to chase up deposits that weren't coming in, sometimes multiple phone calls to try and get a deposit for a large party. That now doesn't need to happen. If you didn't have all of these technologies, the opportunity to scale would have been so much more difficult. We're still a family-run business, and privately owned. For the owners to be able to sit in a central location and see everything that's going on across 4 different cities is absolutely brilliant. And ResDiary has definitely been a great tool for us to do that. The amount of technology we use now in the business, it's a completely different ballgame now from running a restaurant company in the early 2000s to running now. Everything's changed really, and ResDiary is kind of one of the things that has been a constant throughout that has really helped with our growth.
Find out more about how the DRG are using ResDiary to maximise bookings and grow their business.